Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Paul, this is It's a Camping Thing, and you join me in my garden for another one. In this video I'm going to be featuring one tent which has appeared on this channel many times before. It is the Quechua 2 Seconds Easy Fresh and Black, which is currently retailing on Decathlon's website here in the UK for £129.99. It is a two-person tent. It has two awnings and you will fit about two people in there, but no more. It's great for two people, ideal for one, and it's right here. This is the Quechua 2 Seconds Easy Fresh and Black. As you can see by its pack size, this is not for those of you who want to go wild camping because it is rather large and kind of heavy. Yeah, so yeah, I'll hold it there for a few seconds longer before my arm decides to fall off. Yeah. There is an additional awning which you can purchase for this here in the UK, and that retails at the moment for £64.99, I believe. I also have that, and I really like it. It's an optional extra which you can put onto the front of the tent to have a little bit of living space. So you can use just the tent for sleeping in and use the awning for kind of looking out over your campsite. So I'm just going to be out here for one night whilst I do some DIY in the house, some painting and decorating and all kind of jobs like that. And the reason why I've chose this tent is for the reason that Bella, my little girl, my little Cocker Spaniel, who's over there right now, trying to look all innocent, bless her, has got a fascination with frisbees. So we like to throw it from there to there. And obviously I don't want a large tent with a huge footprint to stop her playtime, bless her. So she can play frisbee, I can do a little bit of camping and also a bit of DIY. Now, the other product I want to show you in this video is something called a Redcamp alcohol stove. This is basically a pot that you pour ignitable fluid into, set it on fire, and then you can put your pot on and you can boil water or cook food on. And that's it. That's the premise of this video. I'm kind of looking forward to sleeping out here again because I really do like sleeping out under the stars, and it gives me a break from the painting fumes from when I'm in there because it's going to be all bedroom work. Yeah. Oh, looky me, when the weather is this gorgeous. So yeah, hope you join me for that. So the tent, if you've seen on this channel before, this particular item, then you'll have seen it all before, but I shall demonstrate again for those of you who haven't and are rather interested in it. As I said, it is a two-person tent and it is a pop-up tent. And for those of you who think the fact that it's just a novelty because it says pop-up and it goes up within a couple of minutes, do you know what? It's been a really good tent. I've enjoyed it in every location I've taken it to. It's not without its faults, but it hasn't leaked on me. I've taken it to Lake District, I've taken it to Keswick, Windermere and other places where it has indeed rained. And when I mean rain, yeah, we've had a lot of rain. And it's held up really well. And I like this tent because if I'm going to be going to a location and I'm going to be driving for maybe 200-300 miles, the last thing I want to do sometimes is just faff around with a tent. I just want to get it set up, get all the kit in there, all the bedding, and just get my head down for a couple of hours. And this tent is exactly ideal for that. Hello, darling. It's a tent, yeah. Come on. Bless your heart, yeah. No, not there. Over here, darling. No, Bella, get down, get down. No, there we go, good girl. So how you set this tent up is quite easy. You just pull on the straps and let it pop. And you pull it out and do the same. Pull on the strap, let it pop. There we go. All you need to do is add 6 pegs, one for each of the corners and then one for the vestibule on either side. It's a great little tent. That's pretty much most of it done. Well, there we go. The mower stopped going. So, there we are, the Quechua 2 Seconds Easy Fresh and Black, along with a fresh awning bolted on the front. If you want to see how I put all this together, then check out the live feed, which is on the channel right now. I'll put a link at the end of this video. The only thing I have left out is the guide ropes, and that is because they're pretty much self-explanatory. The weather's going to be fair today into tomorrow, so there's not really going to be any need for them. And yeah, so anyway, it's gone 11:30 now. I need to crack on with those other jobs I aforementioned earlier, so I shall see you a little later on. Well, it is 5:45 in the evening. It's been a beautiful spring day, really beautiful. I hope it stays like this for a long time to come yet. But I'm going to show you the Redcamp stove, which I have just to my side here. Now, I purchased this from a very well-known online retailer for around about £12–13. It is effectively a Chinese knockoff of a popular brand called Trangia. It is cheap. It costs £12–13. Well, it was when I purchased it. And this is what it looks like. Now, it consists of several parts. I'm going to show you that first. And then what we're going to do is boil 600 mils of water, which I've got at the moment. And the temperature of that water is 17.3 degrees Celsius, or if you want it in Fahrenheit, 63.1 Fahrenheit, which has just changed as I mentioned it. So this is the Redcamp stove, £12–13. You've basically got this part here, which is your pot support. This is what your pot will sit on, like so. Now, obviously, we need a fuel to go in it, and we need the burner. So this is effectively the main gubbins of that part. So it consists of several parts. We'll go through them one by one. So this is the pot. It's got little breathe holes on the side, and you pour your flammable fluid into there. I'm using bioethanol. The brand is that one there. Now, so that's your pot. That will sit inside your pot support. So there's a little bit of a gap there between the burner and your pot, which you're going to be heating your food, your water in. Now, you've got two other items with this. So you've got a lid. So if you want to, you can leave your liquid in there and put the lid on, secure that tight, nice and tight, and there we are, right? Now, the other thing we've got is we've actually got a snuff lid. So if you've got a fire going on here, and say, for instance, we don't want that fire burning any longer, then we can just put this on top. That will then starve the container of any oxygen and then put that fire out. Personally, for me, though, I kind of like to keep it burning just to get rid of that fuel. It's just a personal preference. You have also got a lid which you can vary on the snuff. So if, say, for instance, you want to turn the heat down a little bit, then you can just open it or close it as you wish. So you open it, and then more oxygen can get in and it can burn more readily. Or if you want to slightly go down to a little bit of a simmer, starve it a little bit more of oxygen, and there we go, job done. So all we need to do, first and foremost, is put this bioethanol into this cup. Now, I must say that realistically, if you've got a dog, and Bella at the moment is in the house and she won't be coming out here, they could knock this, and if that's flammable liquid and that liquid goes spilling everywhere, whatever that liquid goes on, it will burn. It's, for me, this is a great alternative for camping on my own in the winter when gas canisters don't work completely 100%. But if I'm going to be going away with Bella, or if I'm going away with a friend with kids or anything like that, and there's any chance of this knocking over, I won't take this. I would rather use the gas canister, like the Jetboil, Zip or Minimo or anything like that. This to me is a little bit more risky than those sort of gas. And yes, okay, I get the fact that there are risks with all kind of fuel burning appliances, but this kind of scares me a little bit, especially if Bella comes close. So I say, she's in the house right now, she's safe, and that's where she'll remain for the entire of this video. So I am going to pour the bioethanol into here. I've just had to go and buy some matches because I realised I was out. And then what we're going to do is go to time check, and we're going to see how long it takes to burn, to get that water, that 600 mils of water, up to boiling temperature, or near as close to it. So I'm going to pretty much fill that to the top, like that. And I say, we are dealing with flammable liquid here, folks, so we need to be careful. Yep. Now, to be fair, the flame on this is pretty invisible. I'm going to move that out of the way because obviously any flame that does go astray, we don't want that anywhere near. Now, I have got my snuff lid to go over the top if I want to at any one point. And this water at the moment is 16.7 degrees Celsius, which is 62.2, it does fluctuate a little bit, 61.8 Fahrenheit or 16.6 centigrade. So I'm just going to let that plume for a little while, basically let that flame gain a little bit more energy before placing the pot on top. And then sporadically what I'll be doing is testing the temperature, taking the temperature of the water to see if we're anywhere near boiling. Okay, so you can see that this is done in one big take. You can see the clock down here, the time. It is, what, about 6 o'clock now? Almost 6 o'clock. Oh, we are actually getting a bit of a wind, which is a good job because I've got my windbreak here. So I will be using my windbreak. It appears to be coming from that direction, so sadly you won't be able to see anything. You just see this rather big windbreak. And we are going to set my stopwatch now. It is 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. and what we're going to do is, that water is 16.3 Celsius, and we are going to start that now. 600 mils of water, and there we go. So I will bring you back sporadically and you'll see by that clock roughly what the temperature is. I'll just test it now. So that is 19.1 Celsius. Okay, we've just come up to 10 minutes, so I'm going to take another temperature reading. And we are at 72 degrees Celsius, which is 163 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's just over 10 minutes. Now, one thing I will say about this is the fact that whilst there is an odour, you can definitely smell it. There is no sound, there is no shh sound or anything like that, which is good. But yeah, it is slowly boiling that water. Okay, we have got a little bit of steam coming up, so time for the all-important temperature. And it is 15 minutes later. We're at, oh, hello. 14 minutes, 56 seconds. We're at 92 degrees Celsius, 195, 196 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not going to take that much longer. Maybe, I don't know, another 5 minutes, we will call it. Okay, we're at 16 minutes and 51, 52 seconds. As you can see, we're almost there. We're almost there. Some people would actually call it there, but I want to get to 100 degrees Celsius. So we're at 17 minutes and 6 seconds. It's kind of on the edge. It wants to get there. We're at 97.9. Hello there. I'm from the future. Yeah, I thought I'd save you some valuable time. The whole point of this experiment was with the Redcamp alcohol stove to fill it with some bioethanol and basically try and get 600 mils of water up to boiling temperature of 100 degrees C and see how long it would take. Well, I'm going to save you a bit of time. It never happened. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Look, I got the water up to a really hot temperature, like 99.3 degrees C. And then it kind of fluctuated between 99.3 to about 98. And it was just backwards and forwards all the time, but never got up to 100 degrees C. So this cup of coffee, although delicious, and it never ever started off at 100 degrees C, which is kind of not great. But anyway, it boiled it in around about 17 to 20 minutes, there or thereabouts. But I wanted to save you some time, so there we go. I'll let this video play out. So if you want to see how long it goes on for, you can. However, if you want to save yourself some time and watch me sleep out in this, the Quechua 2 seconds easy, fresh and black with the awning, and skip to tomorrow and tonight and all that, then that's the time code for you, all right? But I thought I'd save you some time. Anyway, I've got to get this coffee drank, then I'm going to get ready for a live video tonight, and then I'm going to be sleeping out here tonight, so I'll see you in the future. Will it be the past? It'll be my past or your future? Or is it, I don't know, my past, your future? Where's Doc Brown when you need him? I don't know if you can see that, but it's 98.6, 99, 99.3. that's the closest we've got. And we are at, what are we at now? 24 minutes and 14 seconds. And we are, I think I'm going to have to call it. Oh, 98, 99.8. We almost had it. I think I would have done this at 17 minutes. Okay, we're at 27 minutes time now, and it hasn't got to boiling temperature yet. It's got to within maybe a few fractions of a degree. We're at 97.9 now. I think, in all honesty, that's good enough for anybody. And I think I would have called it at 17 minutes anyway, which is when it got to about 97, 98 anyway. And there might be some inaccuracy in the thermometer that I've got. To be fair, this might be 2 or 3 degrees out, for all I know. I would hope that's not the case. It's ranging around 99.5, so I'm going to call that. So yeah, 27 minutes and 50 seconds. Just do one final little check, and I so really want to get to 100, but it's not going to do it, so we're going to call that now. So there we go. It's a shame. I wanted to get to 100 degrees, but unfortunately, if I go much longer without a cup of coffee, then that was hot. So yeah, don't do that. Right, I'm going to snuff this out, as I said before. Easy as that. And move that over and pour my almost boiling water into my mug. It's still going to be hot enough to drink. I mean, well, it's just gone 10 past 10 at night. I've just done a 2-hour or near 2-hour live feed here on the channel, doing a quiz, and had a really good time tonight. And I want to thank everyone who took part in it. It was really, really lovely. Got some amazing people on this channel, and I just want to thank each and every one of them. So 10 past 10 at night, I'm going to get my head down in a minute. I've been up since about 6 o'clock this morning, and it is bitterly, bitterly cold. We're going to have a frost, I think, tonight. It's clear sky, I can see stars, a moon, full moon, I think it is. And yeah, so I'm going to bunker down, probably get my head under at least one sleeping bag. I've got 3 in here, so I should be warm. And I've got my OAX Traverse 5XL or XL5 sleeping pad, which should, with its R rating of 4.6, reflect some of that heat back up, See how it goes tonight. That'll be a true and proper test for that. Anyway, I'm gonna get my head down. I'll show you more around the tent in the morning. So yeah, it's been a good, long, very busy day. So I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It is 7:15 in the morning, and this is normally the part of the video where I show me waking up, maybe rubbing my eyes and saying, "Oh, what a wonderful night that was." Slept under the stars, and it was a beautiful, beautiful night. And if I did that, I'd be lying, because I didn't sleep out here. And I was in the live feed last night, and I said about the fact that I believe that being honest is the right way forward, and I do that in my reviews, and in everything I try and say. The only thing I try and hold back is where I live and the people that I kind of interact, their privacy and their lives. And some of those people come out camping with me, so I don't necessarily want to give their full details, their names and that. But everything else is kind of open, you know, everything about camping, what I do is all honest. And I could actually go in there, snuggle under the sleeping bag and just pretend I've woken up and say, "Oh, that was a brilliant night, wonderful night." But that'd be lying. I felt ill in the early hours of the morning, and I went in the house, and I felt like I needed to use the bathroom urgently, and my stomach feels terrible right now. I really don't feel like I'm going to be eating either this morning or indeed today. And when you're in a tent with a confined space and you have a house literally right next door and you can escape to the bathroom easy, then I think that is the better option. So that's what I did. But the tent inside, I will show you inside as I'm talking about this now. So I'll cut some B-roll, but the Quechua 2 Seconds Easy is a fantastic tent. $129.99 as it's currently priced. That probably will go up over time, but it's a great little tent. A two-person tent that goes up within a couple of minutes. 6 pegs plus a few guide ropes is incredible. I've never had any problems with it. Never had any problems with it. I've not had leakages. I've not had any rain enter the tent. The only issue is where you have to dry it and you have to put it up on the line. You want to get all the sides dry. So what I tend to do is put a couple of carabiners on, put it on the washing line, but because you can't separate the skeleton part from the tent. The tent itself is incredible. If you're going away for like 1 or 2 nights, then it's ideal, because you know you're just going to be in there for sleeping really. But if you're going to be going there for longer, that can feel a little bit claustrophobic. So if you have the awning on the front, say it's pouring down with rain, you don't really want to go anywhere. You're kind of like, oh. If you're in that 2-person part of the tent, that's a very small area to be confined in. You can feel a little bit claustrophobic. So if you've got the awning bolstered onto the front, that's an incredible area where you can just sit there. If you use something like a Trekology Years Ago folding camping chair, and I'm 5'10", you can sit under there. You've got all that room, and if it does rain, you're not confined sitting down, maybe getting cramp in your legs like I was. So having the awning as well on top of that, and the fact that Decathlon sell them separately is, in my part, I think that's genius. All honestly, I think that's genius, because if you have the tent and you have the awning, or say you've got the 3-person version, the 3-person tent of that, the 2 Seconds Easy 3P, will fit this awning. And I think the fact that if you have the awning with the 3P and you're thinking about downsizing to the 2-person version, then you don't have to buy the awning all over again. So they sell them separately. And I got to say, congratulations to Decathlon for creating 2 fantastic products. The 2 Seconds Easy, fresh and black, and the fresh awning. Incredible. I love them. I really do. I would like an opinion of the 3P, but unfortunately at the moment I can't afford it. But when I can and funds do become available, I will be getting that tent. I can assure you I will be getting that tent, because I'm so impressed with this. And I'd like to see what the awning looks like on the 3-person version as well. So there we go. It's a great, 2 great, fantastic products. So, yeah, I didn't sleep out there last night. Unfortunately, I felt ill during the night, and I did what I felt was the right thing to do. So I do apologise on that. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, leaving a comment and subscribing, sharing this video. We're getting close, 2,000 subscribers is very close on the horizon. I would really love to do that, and I will be doing more videos, and hopefully not in my garden from June onwards in 2024. I hope to be getting to a few more campsites and going camping again. At the moment it's just circumstances, so I do apologise the fact that this is in my garden, and in a way it's kind of a good thing, the fact that I did it in my garden and I felt ill here and had the house very, very close by. Anyway, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to have some rest. I'm certainly not going to be eating today, I can assure you that. So I want to thank you very much for your time. You take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you again sooner rather than later. Bye-bye.